Returning to CoinSuri's channel is an absolute pleasure. Over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has been hovering around $50,000. What we're witnessing now is slightly less than $50,000. Not even going to open TradingView at our lowest position since I don't think we'll go that low. Most of the market panicked when it dipped below 49,000, but we were all expecting a bounce anyway. Our prediction was 47,000 hits, so it was amazing that it came in slightly under 48,000. Assuming we can keep things under control, though, everything should be okay. The biggest thing on my mind is the potential for this to surpass $52,000, which would greatly affect the market overall. Since XRP has been ranging from 50 cents to a few cents, we are waiting patiently for it to regain its previous momentum and go beyond 56 cents. That is the thing that matters the most to me. It is my belief that everyone should be paying great attention to this week's weekly candle closure since it will truly validate the positions of the market and most coins. It is clear from looking at the average 24-hour time period that a number of currencies are starting to rely more on the 7-day time frame. In my opinion, most coins should have reached sky-high values by the middle of the year. God, I beg you. Furthermore, I anticipate a major awakening in the market as well. We've been talking about institutional adoption and concentration, and it's there. At this point, it is at an all-time high. Sean McBride 16, an ex-user, recently speculated that Ripple and XRP were going to make a big announcement soon. In the 2 days that follow, 14 days have passed since this was published on February 6. An examination of their background reveals that they are the progeny of many prosperous individuals. For instance, they held the position of Global Talent Acquisition Manager at Ripple for a short period of time. Nevertheless, we do own supplementary backdrops, including those of Amazon, Google, etc. There must have been something he knew, didn't he? Everyone seems to be focusing on the institutional implications of Ripple's original proposal right now. Since this appeared to be the missing piece, we spent some time there focusing on PolySign. And we had to try to figure it out, considering what Ripple might do in the future. We were aware that they were coming because many of the indicators and enterprises linked to Ripple in the last several years focused on institutions. Future digital assets were being constructed using Poly symbol. The cutting-edge, secure, and scalable infrastructure provided by PolySatin has made it possible for financial institutions to fully utilize their digital assets. At Polytron, we're working to build a middle-class infrastructure that will revolutionize the way financial markets and payment systems handle digital assets. The opportunity of a generation will be sped up as a result, leading to the global adoption of digital assets. Even more so, the fact that the Poly sign was associated with 2 Ripple employees, Arthur Brito and David Schwartz, who worked on the XRP ledger, was the main reason for the increased interest in it. What happened next, though? However, a noticeable change started to emerge. When word got out in December about the PolySatin public auction notice of foreclosure sale, everyone started to wonder what was going on. He was pessimistic about Ripple. Would you be so kind as to explain what's going on? In addition, important news has occurred. Because of standard custody, Brad Garland House was able to stay fully compliant yesterday, explore possible new products and use cases, and improve our current product offerings. The term that really matters is compliance. Respond has received around 40 money transmitter licenses in the US, an MPI license from Singapore's Monetary Authority, and a VSP registration from Ireland's central bank. Plus, the fact that all of this happened in the space of, the last 3 months is absolutely staggering. So, in order to build their credibility in the global financial system, Ripple is doing these things. CoinDesk's announcement that Ripple was planning to acquire crypto custodial standard custody alongside its New York charter is an intriguing aspect of this. It appears that this part is referring to it is not apparent what Ripple's goals are because this was entirely owned by PolySign. Ripple, though, seems to be focusing on the US right now. Ripple appears to be acquiring a chunk of the Polycom business, which is a big development in my perspective. The company is taking action in an effort to broaden its business beyond its interest in payments networks. Getting down to brass tacks, the paper reveals that Ripple intends to buy a firm that has a trust charter from the state of New York. Its already notorious function as a payments network would become even more prominent in the United States if this were to happen, allowing the company to diversify its business operations there. Center Custody and Trust Code was Ripple's second custody acquisition, and the company is now waiting for permission from the New York regulator. The global payments company said on Tuesday that it is still trying to expand its capabilities in order to secure a New York trust charter as part of its ongoing expansion of its U.S. regulatory licensing. This is despite its high-profile legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which has largely gone against the regulator, and its continued focus on international expansion. By acquiring the West Limited Purpose Trust Charter in New York, Ripple will be able to bring more in-house services, such as those for financial institutions seeking to tokenize assets, to its customers. Remember what I stated earlier about Ripple? If you check out their job ads on their website, you'll see that they're hiring for roles connected to institutional DeFi initiatives built on the XRP ledger. Now tokenization is in place. This change is significant. Additionally, it will have far-reaching effects on the banking sector in the years to come. Beyond its popular payments network, the business plans to provide other financial solutions that their institutional clients can utilize blockchain technology for. Something fundamental to the network, together with an infrastructure layer and services for custody and liquidity, are all part of this. Cooperation is the key to success. Increasing numbers of infrastructure elements should be provided to these financial organizations, as mentioned by Monica Leung. We see this as giving us some room to maneuver since they want to be an integral part of the infrastructure. With them, you receive all that you require. All of them are currently thought of as part of Ripple. We should give that some thought as well. In addition, she said it will be a long-term endeavor. Additionally, she brought up the fact that Ripple has not yet completed its certification for money transfer in the US. Ripple has opted not to disclose information on ordinary custody interests. Furthermore, they have not yet been authorized to operate as a cryptocurrency custody and settlement business by the New York Department of Financial Services. Customers would no longer need to depend on an external partner if Ripple were to grant their request to retain custody. Ripple gained notoriety in the US as it took on the SEC's assertions that XRP was a security head-on in a federal court case. Even while a single judge has ruled in Ripple's favor, the issue will almost certainly go to higher courts for a final ruling, especially with XRP's institutional offerings. In my opinion, that will eventually end. Personally, I think we'll see it through to its conclusion this year. Rest assured, we are in the dark on the optimism level of that. Would I be right? Any outcome could be achieved. Nevertheless, the US market is significant. We still think the US has a shot at being an innovation leader. Then again, they could be onto something when they believe a platform like Ripple will offer them a leg up on the competition. Ripple has been around for over a decade, after all. In their field, they are experts. American companies like Ripple, who have been pioneers in blockchain technology for a long time and have expressed interest in expanding internationally, would benefit from American oversight. It is with much pleasure that we announce the signing of an acquisition deal with Ripple, as Senator Cassidy informed us of recent developments. Looking forward to continuing to concentrate on our strengths, building enterprise-grade solutions for our customers. In the next chapter of our narrative, we are excited. By visiting the website of Standard Custody, you have a chance to discover a secure custody solution that can endure the most rigorous standards, allowing financial or institutional investors to access the value of digital assets. Sorry about that. Remember that the rules about compliance are the main point. Making sure everything goes well is their first priority. This is the very best in ecosystem, security, and regulatory compliance and regulation. Well done. On the opposite side of the frame, you can make out the New York State Division of Financial Services. Now that they have a charter from the NYDFS, they can offer custodial and escrow services to their clients. The New York State Department of Financial Services investigates every facet of a regular client's business. Compliance programs, policies, and procedures, as well as operational processes and security measures, are all a part of this. This is a huge deal for Ripple since it strengthens their position in the market and opens them new opportunities to reach American consumers. This is quite important, in my view. In my opinion, it's a very large leap. Feel free to share your opinions on the topic by posting a comment below. Please like and subscribe as always. Until next time.